Welcome to another episode of the You Know Ball NBA pod, sponsored by, produced by Playbook Sports. I'm your host, Anthony. I got my boy Phil across the table. Come on, man. 2 cam setup. You already know, man. We love talking ball. Shout out the Packers. Phil, how you doing?
My bad. I wanted to put that little proud family little reference in there real quick, but I'm chilling, bro. I'm chilling. It's a good day. We can talk some basketball. We got some little interesting takes and interesting things to bring up. I'm excited. Yeah. I think there's a lot to talk about, and it's trade season.
Hell yeah.
Trade season started.
It's cooking up, man. We could get straight into it, man. We got our first, not our first trade, I guess, but our first filler trade, I guess, this season. Pistons trade Marvin Bagley, Isaiah Livers, 25 second-round pick, 26 second-round pick for Danilo Gallinari and Mike Muscala. Are the Pistons in a win-now mode, trading their youth?
It's an interesting trade, bro. I personally wouldn't have done it because I think Marvin Bagley III is better. I actually think Isaiah Livers might be better. Because
he's going to be good, dude. He was so good at Michigan.
I like him. He can shoot. He's big. Can he rebound too? Okay, come on now. Come on now. But anyways, I think that the Wizards won that trade, obviously. They weren't using Danilo Gallinari. They weren't using Mike Muscala. Now they got two guys that they can use and that have size, so that helps.
I disagree. I think the Pistons win the trade. I feel like every time we shit on the Pistons, we talk about how they have no shooters. And Gallinari and Muscala are, honestly, two of the best shooters in the league. I don't know how they're just sitting on the Wizards. So I like it. I think it's a good deal. I didn't even know Gallinari was a Wizard. I'm not going to lie. So it's pretty cool. Now you got Cade, and you could, spread the floor a little bit. If Duren and Stu isn't working, you could throw Muscala in there and have a stretch four. Same thing with Gallinari as well. So it's just going to be Cade, a bunch of white dudes, and Jalen Duren.
Yeah, but I don't know because, Mike Muscala and Danilo Gallinari are a little older.
Yeah.
And I think they got way better with Marvin Bagley III over there. And Isaiah Livers was actually, pretty good. But hey, if you need to make a trade, you need to make a trade. And it's Detroit. So, what do they got to lose? So, they could afford to sacrifice things. But I don't know. I feel like the Wizards won it.
Okay. Agree to disagree. Another thing in the news, Wembanyama has been fucking balling this year, man. We're going to talk about all-star stuff a little later. He could be in there. But sadly, us Oklahoma City Thunder fans, Wembanyama has become the front runner for Rookie of the Year, man. And honestly, I don't think anyone's going to catch him, bro. He's been so good the last week, 2 weeks. We've seen him go head-to-head with Giannis. We've seen him put up a triple-double. Come on, man. He's the hype.
Believe the hype. He is, man. I believe it now.
Yeah.
I believe it now. He's good. He hasn't gotten hurt. Staying healthy. He's been balling. He's been getting rebounds, shooting, too. I'm shook by that. I thought he'd lose his shot. I thought he'd be a 32. Well, he might be, but maybe lower. But he's playing, bro. He's all over the floor. He's a stat machine. But, yeah, I apologize. All those Spurs fans, I apologize once again.
Yeah, he's shooting less than 30% from three, but, he could get to he's still shooting 45%. He gets, 3 highlight dunks a game, which is, it's ridiculous what he's doing, bro. He has been so cold this year. And honestly, I love it, bro. I love it for the game. You're starting to see dudes, no disrespect, but it's kind of the next generation's, fizzling out a little bit with, LeBron, Chris Paul, Curry. They're kind of, we're starting to see, obviously they're not bad players, but the slow dip in progression, and now you're seeing dudes like Wembanyama, Halliburton, Donovan Mitchell's been sneaky balling this year.
And so, Paolo,
yes, sir, bro. He's been a monster,
dude.
He's been a monster. But, yeah, it's good for basketball, I feel like.
This is no matter what, Lakers lose, Lakers win. This is going to be a good season.
Yeah,
I'm going to say it's going to be a good season no matter what.
The playoffs are going to be good, dude. I don't even know who I would say is, the front runner right now.
If I had to choose one from each, West and East, I'd say West Denver, East 76ers.
Okay.
I'm going to stick with the 76ers because Joel Embiid, I don't know anybody on that team that can guard him. And Tobias Harris and Kelly Oubre Jr., they're still doing their thing. And Tyrese Maxey, he's not slowing down.
Hell yeah.
He had a crazy finish the other day and like.
Oh yeah, that was like MJS.
I was like, what the hell? And then
That wasn't even on the Sports Center top 10, bro. I was watching it and like they showed it on ESPN, but they didn't show it on the top 10, and I was like, what the hell? That was cold.
That was crazy to see in slow motion, bro.
Yeah,
But
that was cold.
I think Sixers. I think they might be able to go out. Like they might be able to make it out the East.
Yeah, I think so too, man. I respect what they're doing out there. I really love Embiid, obviously Maxey. You know, they got a lot of like just cool dudes around them. It's finally like role players around Embiid and not just like Embiid and like throw some random point guard in there and let them work, you know. So it's good to see. What's not good to see, what happened in Chicago a couple nights ago with Jerry Krause. His wife, I'm blanking on her name, dude. I should have
I think it was
came
Thelma Krause.
Thelma Krause, man, sitting there crying. Take my hood off for this one. This is disrespectful, but Thelma Krause was crying while the Bulls fans booed him in Chicago. Not all of Chicago, because I saw a lot of Bulls fans hating on what that stadium did.
Yep.
But the people in that stadium, you should be ashamed, bro. And for like no one to even like speak up or nothing, even like the players sitting in the Ring of Honor, like I don't know how you just let that happen to a lady who lost her husband.
Well, I mean, I know there were a couple of them that were trying to like not coddle her, but like pat her and like make sure she was good. Cause bro, I don't like seeing old people cry.
Oh, that's the
Unless
worst,
they're saying
bro.
some like racist shit. I don't know, but like in that situation, that was not okay, bro. Like I actually like wanted to cry for her because like I get it. Well, I don't get it because he was an owner. He did some things that were he felt like was best for the team, but in that situation, bro, he died. And to boo, especially when his wife's there, somebody who loved him like off the court, like that's just messed up. Bro.
Hell yeah.
That's really messed up.
And I mean, love it or hate it, it's not like when he was the owner, Chicago was bad. Like they won 6 rings, you know? So it's like, it's kind of a lot of like, what was the documentary with Michael Jordan called?
Yeah, The Last Dance.
A lot of Last Dance, like people seeing that and like just hating and hate, you know? Like, or like crying, not crying, but like booing because of that shit, you know? And it's like, you won 6 rings, bro. Like, you should be booing the dude who was running the team like after D Rose left, and like they weren't on shit, signing Rondo, Dwayne Wade, and Jimmy Butler, all 3 players who can't shoot, or bullshit like that. But I mean, you're gonna boo a player that is responsible for the best dynasty in probably basketball history. Come on.
Nah, but you remember what you said in the last podcast too, like when we were talking about like who had the worst like drafting players and stuff, and you kept on talking about Chicago. You got a point there, bro. Because I mean, ever since like Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen left, like nothing's been going according to plan.
Hell yeah.
So I don't know, man. Like that if I was a Bulls fan, like even if I'm a Laker fan and people like are booing like Jeannie Buss because of like maybe her husband ran the team or something like that, I'd be pretty pissed about that.
It's disrespectful, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, like it's one thing to like someone ask you your opinion about Jerry Krause as an owner and you tell him, oh, you don't like him as an owner, but to boo his wife who lost her husband is just, it's ridiculous, man.
Bro, the face she was making when they were booing, bro.
Just sad, bro.
It made me depressed. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I like, man. I don't know if it's because I got a grandmother and I hate seeing her cry.
Yeah.
Like, but bro, it just reminded me of my grandmother, and I just felt so bad, bro.
Yeah, dude, that's tough.
Shame on you, Bulls fans, bro. No joke.
Shame. Come on, man. Let's go into something a little lighter. We saw the Raptors coach. What's his name?
Darko
Domnavicic.
Last name.
It's just some crazy, you know. But he went off, dude. Honestly, I'm gonna say this. This is like that was like a top 5 rant in like sports history, bro. Kenny Beecham, he's big. If you watch this podcast, you probably heard about him. He's big in the NBA world. He uploaded a video looking at every foul in that game, and his main point was like the foul discrepancy was 23-2, I think, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Or something like that. 10 of those last fouls were intentional fouls, so it's not as like big of a gap as it seems. But yeah, there was some questionable calls in that game, and you said Darko?
Yeah.
Darko had a right to be mad about it, but I mean, at the end of the day, like that's basketball, you know. Like you got to beat the refs, and I know you're about to sit here and say something about how the Lakers don't get calls or something, but
no, I mean we have been getting like some more calls than we usually do, so that I'm not really mad at the refs this year. Like They're doing their job with us. I know they've been doing some stupid stuff over the other league, but I can't really complain. But that one game against the Raptors, I was watching that whole game. And, bro, to be honest, like, the way the Raptors were playing, like, it didn't seem like they had any plan but score. Like, and they were doing a lot of three-point shooting. They were doing a lot of, like, even attacking the basket sometimes. But some of those plays, like, we didn't really foul them on. And we're not really a fouling team. Like, we don't really do – like, we watch the way we guard people because we used to get the whistles blown on us a lot. So we got to play a certain way. But, I mean – there was one foul he deserved to be mad at, like the Max Christie thing when Scotty Barnes went up and like dunked it on him. That should have been a foul. I'm gonna give that to him, but that's like one out of the other ones he was doing. Like they were playing out of control in the last 5 minutes.
Also, I mean, if you think about it, in a 1-point game, like that matters.
That's true.
Like that 1 point could send them into overtime, and honestly, feel like if you look at the end of that game, the Raptors kind of started rolling. Like I don't think you guys beat them in that overtime, And I don't know where they are on the standings.
They're like in the play-in.
But like that one win could like end up biting them in the ass. So
I don't know, man. Like they missed some calls for us too on one of them.
They're not in the play-in, dude. They're the 12th seed right now.
Oh, they're the 12th seed?
Yeah, they're a game back of the play-in. But yeah.
Well, they'll get one win and get back up. But I mean, it happens, bro. I can't really say too much because stuff like it happens, bro. Yeah. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
like there were a lot of the intentional fouls thing. The where we got 10 of them. Like, I know he was mad about that too, but you were making your players foul us towards the end, bro. Like in the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, they did it early. That's why like 10 of those fouls don't really like. You can't be like 23-2. Like it's more like 12-2, 11-2. But yeah,
it was just a weird game.
You want to go into your little Quinn Cook thing?
Oh, yeah, the Quinn Cook thing. So this guy, the content creator, Sam Okaru, I hope I'm saying your name right, he did an interview with Quinn Cook asking him about, like, his past on basketball and everything. And if you guys don't know, Quinn Cook was a really good, like, backup point guard for the Cavaliers, the Golden State Warriors, Los Angeles Lakers, and I forgot what team he went to after he left us, but he got a ring, I think 3 of them. And he was a big part of both team successes. But it was he was talking about why he didn't return to the Warriors after the DeMarcus Cousins team that they had with Kevin Durant and everything. And he said, like, he described it as a weird situation. Like, so he was the backup point guard for Stephen Curry.
Yeah.
Like, he was the guy. If Curry needed a break, he'd come in. Offense would still flow. He knocked down a couple threes, get a couple assists. Like, it wasn't crazy stats he was putting up, but the offense was still moving. Like, Kevin Durant would be in there with him. He wouldn't have to do too much. But the thing that was weird was during free agency, Warriors FO, and he was, like, pissed about this. He said that when he was planning on coming back, they said that, like, he was going to sign the contract, everything. I forgot how it worked, but they basically told him, like, nah, like, well, we're giving up another roster spot, and we're going to try to get somebody else. And they basically told him, like, he can't come back. What? And then Steve Kerr, he tried to call him and talk about, like, well, what's going on? Like, why can't I? And Steve Kerr basically said, and I honestly feel for him, like, if I'm backing up to Stephen Curry, or if I'm a backup for Stephen Curry, bro, like, I'd be pissed off too. He basically said, well, we have a roster spot open, but maybe you could come in and compete. Compete?
Yeah, you're
for
already
a
the
6-man spot? Bro. You know how pissed I'd be? Like, I'm running the offense when Curry's out. Why am I competing with other guys to run that offense?
Well, I mean, if you really think about it, I bet the Warriors were just trying to find some, like, veteran dude on a minimum, Like, Quinn Cook, obviously, when he was in the NBA, he was good. But there's also, like, a reason he's not in the NBA anymore, Like, he wasn't, like, no one's like, fuck, we're going against Quinn Cook tonight,
Yeah, but, I mean, if the offense is working through him and it's doing fine against him and we won 2 rings with that offense, I'm sticking with it. That's what I'm saying.
I
get it, though.
If you look at dudes they, like, let go, like Sean Livingston, Mo Spates, like, those dudes are more impactful than, like, Quinn Cook. So if they're willing to let those guys walk, I don't feel like, me personally, Quinn Cook is more entitled than, like, the dudes who actually, like, contributed to winning a championship without even Durant there.
I don't know. I feel like he did a pretty good job, man, when he was coming in for
He
Curry.
was good. Don't get me wrong. Obviously he's not like Curry. I'm not holding him to that standard. But I can name probably 20 backup point guards in the league better than Quinn Cook.
Yeah, right now.
For sure. So it's like he was replaceable. and I bet the Warriors wanted to give someone else maybe a fly, maybe someone they thought could be more dominant. I'm trying to think who was a backup point guard after Quinn Cook.
Well, that's the thing. After that season, they're like Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, and Stephen Curry. Well, Stephen Curry played, but like everybody else got hurt. There was nobody else on that team.
But isn't that the year? Didn't they win a championship after Quinn Cook left?
Oh, no, we did because that was the thing. He came
to you guys?
Yeah, he came to us because LeBron called him and he was like, yo, want to play for the Lakers? AD did too. And so he signed with us. That's what he was talking about in the podcast. But I was just like, I just found it weird that knowing how the offense is looking when Curry goes out and he comes in, like he's a breather for him. Like, I don't know why you give that up, kind of. And he's a low contract, too, but.
So, what I'm just looking at based on Basketball Reference right now is, like, once Quinn Cook left, their backup point guard kind of became, like, Jordan Poole pretty much.
Oof.
I feel like Jordan Poole was a big part in why they won that championship. So, maybe losing Quinn Cook was good for them.
Yeah. But it took time. Like, they didn't win until 2022.
So what? 2 seasons?
And I don't think Poole was like in and out of the G League by the time, also. But I get it.
I think it gave him more opportunity. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting, like, to see, like, obviously these worst players don't get the same treatment as like a LeBron or something. So it's cool when like Quinn Cook or like you see the clips of like Jeff Teague or Gary Harris talking on a podcast. Like, it's cool to hear what they think about certain situations.
Drake's a better singer than Michael Jackson.
I thought the Tracy McGrady shit was funny with Jeff Teague when he's talking about Tracy McGrady shitting on him. But let me give you some. This is a crazy story. This is honestly one of the craziest things I've heard in a while in the NBA.
Hey, let's hear it.
Erik Spoelstra just had a record-breaking extension. I don't know if you saw that.
I saw it. I just didn't see the amount.
120 M's to Spo.
How many years?
I want to say it's like 5 or 4. But the reason this is interesting is because the Miami Heat waited till after his divorce to give him this contract. So his wife wouldn't take half of it. So Nikki Spoelstra lost out on 60 M's. She posted a frustrated Instagram post about it.
Wait, so that's what she was? I saw that video. So that's what they were talking about.
Yes, bro.
Whoa. Wait, okay.
The Heat low-key are some G's.
I ain't gonna lie.
That's some dumb shit.
That divorce bill is crazy. I'm just saying.
For real. I mean, like, come on. Miami hooked it up for Spo.
I'm saying, bro. I'm not trying to give no 60 M's to my divorced wife, my ex-wife, bro. I get this money next thing you know. All right, baby. So how much I'm getting? What? We divorced. I'm saying, bro. Hey, the Heat different. This is why I love that organization. Yeah, but they savages for that, bro.
They're cool for that, bro.
They some mobsters, cool bro. I'm just saying.
That was a cool move. So I seen that. I had to bring it to the pod, man. But that's all we got for the news today. Next up, we're gonna be picking our all-star teams, East, West. Phil, what conference you want to start in?
You know what? That's a good question.
It's pretty, honestly, the All-Star this year, there's a lot of snubs. I had to write my snubs
I
down.
think there are going to be a lot of snubs, but there's a lot of names that we see every single year. You know what? Let me go with the West. Let me just go with the traditional West.
So tell me your guards first.
So my 2 guards that I got in the starting lineup, or you mean all of them? Or just
starting lineup, starting guards.
2 guards I think that should start. Stephen Curry and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Okay.
Only reason why I don't got Luka there is because I feel like the offense is going to look really cool with Stephen Curry, SGA, and then the other ones I have in the starting lineup.
Okay.
I feel like it works.
All right. I know you said you're building a fun team. So that's what the All-Star Game's all about.
Yeah.
I'll go through mine. My guards, I got SGA and I got Luka Doncic.
Okay.
That's my 2 starting guards. I love Steph, don't get me wrong, and Steph has had a lot of great games this year, but he's also had a lot of quiet games this year.
Yeah.
And I think the consistency kind of matters. I mean, so I had to throw Steph on my bench. And my forward spots, I got KD, I got Jokic, and I got Anthony Davis.
Oh, they just do 3 forwards now?
Yeah.
Okay.
3 forwards.
Okay.
So I got KD, AD, Jokic. as my 3 forwards.
All right.
Thoughts?
Well, I like how you got AD up there and not another person.
I had to, bro. I mean, like, if you look at just this season, AD is having a much better season than LeBron. I'll just keep it at LeBron's on my list, but he's just not. Hasn't been a starter this year for me.
Hey, if you think that's better, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. I like it. As long as AD is getting his respect, I'm chilling.
Who you got?
Now, this is the reason why I didn't include Luka on this. I got LeBron, Kevin Durant, and Nikola Jokic.
Okay.
I didn't include Luka only because LeBron and Jokic are already there. They're the ball handlers. I feel like they could throw some interesting passes and stuff and like do some interesting things with Kevin Durant, SGA, and Stephen Curry.
Hell yeah.
Stephen Curry loves to off-ball shoot. SGA loves to score.
Bounce
Kevin Durant
lobs.
loves to score. Yeah.
Bounce lob to LeBron.
Bro, that's why I'm thinking LeBron and Jokic already in this lineup is totally fine because they're both 2 facilitators.
Yeah, hell yeah. For my bench or for your bench, you want to just go one by one?
Yeah.
Naming players.
On my bench first, I got Luka Doncic.
All right, with respect to not much to talk about there. I feel like these like earlier guys, no real argument. My bench, I got Steph Curry.
All right.
Who's your next bench guy?
Next bench, dude, I got the man AD.
Come on, man.
I feel bad I can't put him in the starting lineup, but hey, as long as he's the dude, as long as he makes the All-Star team, I'm chilling.
My next bench slot, I got LeBron.
Okay.
You know, can't really argue the second best player of all time. So
Yes, sir.
40. At my next bench slot, this is where I'm gonna get a little spicy. Okay. I got Victor Wembanyama.
Ooh.
You know, by February, he's going to have a lot better numbers than what he has now, and his numbers already look good, man. He's been balling so far.
Okay.
Already probably a top – tell me if this is a reach. Is he a top 10 defender right now in basketball? Probably, right?
He might be top 5.
Top 5.
They showed a list, and he's actually the best shot-blocking person in the league right now.
He's having one of the best rookie seasons ever, bro.
I think he's averaging 3.2 blocks a game right now.
You know who the last rookie was to make the All-Star game?
LeBron.
I think it was Blake Griffin. Can you fact check?
Wait, was it Blake Griffin?
I know if Blake Griffin made it.
I think that was his sophomore year.
Rookie to make the All-Star game. Blake Griffin was hurt his rookie year, or his first year technically. So he didn't play his full first year. So his second year he did make it, but it was like still his rookie year. Yeah, that's just crazy. So yeah, I mean it'd be cool to see another rookie in there for sure.
Hey, if Paolo were to make it, if Victor, Chad, anybody who's young right now in this lineup, like a first year, second year makes it, I'll be happy for him, bro. Because that's a cool accomplishment.
Hell yeah.
My next dude, obviously, I got Kawhi Leonard.
You got to have him on there, man. I got him on my list, too.
It's Kawhi. He makes it pretty fun. His scoring makes it interesting. Like, no matter what team you're going for, like, he makes it pretty scary. Remember that one year him and Paul George had like 30 each. I think they can make it interesting.
Hell yeah. But yeah, I'll just go. I got Kawhi on mine, too.
Okay.
Not really much to say. But honestly, this might be a hot take, but he's my only Clipper on my list.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Okay. That's interesting, bro. No love for Paul George?
No, sorry.
Damn.
I'll tell you why when we get there.
All right, no problem.
Who's next on your list?
Next on my list, I got that man from the Rockets, Alperen Sengun, bro.
Okay, he was a snub on my list. I thought he could have made it, but I don't know.
I think he should, bro.
He's good,
like
dude.
he can play make, he can score, he can make it interesting.
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be fun, especially with Anthony Edwards and Kyrie Irving around them. I feel like that'd be a fun game to watch, or like a fun 5 minutes to watch with him. I don't know how long he'd get if he play.
It would be cool, dude. I think he got it next year. This year maybe not, but next year I'll put him in there.
Gotcha.
My next player, you gotta put this man in here, man. Anthony Edwards. They're comparing him to Michael Jordan right now. You've been seeing that on Instagram, Twitter. I feel like every day I open Instagram the last week, it's like Anthony Edwards, the only player who reminds me of somebody.
Hey, I said it 2 times in one of our early podcasts. He
yeah.
reminds me of Michael Jordan.
You did.
That man is playing like him, and he got that cockiness like him.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, man. He's the future. Him and Jason Tatum.
Yeah, you got him on yours?
I got Anthony Edwards on mine.
Okay.
Definitely.
Who's your last spot then?
My last spot is Paul George.
Okay, gotta
I
respect
had to put him there, bro. Like, he's playing pretty well this year. Like, sometimes it's a night and day because Kawhi will get 30 or James Harden will get 30, but I just feel like he's still playing super well that he deserves to be up there. He still makes highlight plays.
So for my last spot, you know, if any team deserves 2 All-Stars, it's this team. I feel like they've been the best overall team this season, like regular season-wise. Had to put Rudy. You know, he wasn't on the top 10 of votes.
You said that man Rudy Gobert?
I said Rudy because, I mean, if Şengün's on it, Rudy should be on it. Rudy's had a good year this year, bro, and people are sleeping, but he's outscoring Cat most games. Cat was on the top 10. Why is Cat getting all-star votes? Am I tripping?
Why do I want to see boring-ass Rudy in an all-star game?
Because he deserves to be an all-star,
He don't deserve to be no damn all-star.
He deserves to be an all-star, bro. Come on. He's the second best player on the number 1 seed in basketball,
what
bro.
the hell is he going to do out there?
Dunk.
He's going to stand at that rim.
He's my 11th man.
And he's going to dunk.
He's my 11th man. He gets like 3 minutes, bro. If Draymond Green was getting all-star votes with the Warriors.
I would rather watch Draymond Green punch a dude than watch Rudy Gobert dunk the ball.
Oh, hell no.
I would rather just him for charity punch a guy out for $100,000 to St. Jude than freaking. Like, what am I doing, Rudy? Like, what? 4 dunks and we get something better? Like, what?
What happened?
I'm just saying, bro. Like, Rudy, you keep saying it. He's playing defense, but he is boring, bro.
Come on.
It's an all-star game. I need to see some highlights. Draymond could give me some plays, man. He can throw it to people.
Yeah. I mean, bro, I don't know. Draymond's just weak. Like, he can't dunk. He can't do none of the fun stuff that, like, a dunker does, you know. And, like, no one wants to see perimeter defense from a power forward in the All-Star game. No, that's all Draymond brings.
I just don't want to see Rudy in the game, bro. I remember when he was an All-Star and he didn't do crap. He just stood there.
I just want him to get, like, 3 minutes, you know, for the nod, and then he can sit.
If he shoots, like, 1-3, maybe it'll be like, okay. It is interesting, but I don't know, bro.
Imagine Rudy and Victor get drafted to 2 different teams. Then it's like French fries, you know.
Victor killing him.
All right, my bad. We had some technical difficulties with Phil's cam, but we're back to it, man. Let's just go straight into the snubs for the West. Anyone you got that you want to shout out that you didn't put on your list?
Honestly, I wasn't even looking at that. I was trying to fix my lineup, but let me see.
I can tell you some of mine really quick.
Oh, yeah, go for it. You go first.
So Kyrie is someone that has had an underrated year this year. He just had his Mavericks career high. I think it was like 44, 47, something like that. De'Aaron Fox, the Sacramento Kings look really good. Shout out De'Aaron Fox, man. He's the leader of that team. And then Alperen Şengün is another dude. I mean, you had him on your list. It just shows how good he is in, like, third year, you know?
Yeah, it's his 3rd year.
Former Thunder pick traded. So, shout out Şengün.
All right, so now for my snubs, I think on my list it's Kyrie Irving.
Hell yeah.
Victor Wembanyama.
Okay.
And De'Aaron Fox.
Gotta respect those 3, man.
Kyrie, man, he just always makes it fun. Like, he goes out there and he plays iso ball like he should. Like, it's the All-Star game.
He's the perfect All-Star, bro.
Like, he's just fun to watch, bro. Like,
yeah.
He's fun to watch play. Even with Dallas, he's been playing well. Like, that's all I got to say about it. Yeah. But with Victor, I think it would just be really fun with him. But I think these guys deserve it a little more than him. Like, he's playing with the Spurs. These guys are playing, like, for championships or whatever. And they're playing really good basketball, and they're playing nice. But I think Victor would still make it fun if any of these guys get injured or stuff. He would
make it fun. He'd probably be the reserve.
Exactly. And then De'Aaron Fox, bro, he would definitely make it fun, bro. He'd go at people. If LeBron and AD are out there, he's always a Laker killer. So I could see him trying to ISO LeBron and AD and then bombing a 3 over one of them. So I think it'd be fun.
Hell yeah. Sweet. Let's go into the East now.
All right.
I'll start with my guards this time. At my point guard spot, I feel like pretty obvious Tyrese Halliburton should be an all-star starter this year. And then my shooting guard, I got Donovan Mitchell. I think he's having a really underrated year. I just watched him fuck up the Nets the other day at like 2 o'clock.
That was crazy.
2 o'clock basketball out here. So, yeah, he's been cold this year, bro. So I had to put Tyrese D. Mitch on my list.
Him and Lonnie Walker were balling in that Paris game, bro.
Hell yeah.
But mine is a little different because I don't know how bad the Tyrese Halliburton injury is.
That's fair.
They said 2 weeks, but sometimes they be playing. And the way he stretched out his leg, like on that play, I think it might be a little worse. So just in case, I put Trae Young as my guard and Damian Lillard as my other guard.
Okay, I didn't have Dame on mine.
Dame, like, at all?
Not
even in reserves?
Nah.
Why?
I don't know. I just feel like he hasn't been Dame this year, bro. And I mean, we'll talk about it when we get to some of the other guys, but
I mean, but it's the All-Star game. He goes crazy in the All-Star game.
I'm trying to put the best players on the court.
Okay.
Dame has not been one of them for me.
All right, no problem.
But, yeah, I got to respect it. I feel like our forwards should be the same. Tatum, Giannis, Embiid.
Yeah.
Easy, bro. I really honestly wanted to put Paolo in there. Like, super bad, bro. I was thinking about that the whole fucking time. Like, how do I get him in here? And I almost took Tatum off, but it's kind of hard, bro.
It really is, bro.
Hard to keep Tatum off. Let's go into our bench. Trae Young's my first player on my bench. He's had a good year. But, again, dude, it's kind of like the Steph Curry thing where it's like he's had a lot of bad games, so Donovan Mitchell doesn't really go quiet like that. Mm-hmm. So I put D. Mitch in my starter over Trae.
He's just trying to help his teammate Deontay get over the Lakers, man. He's trying to drive up his value.
You going to put him in the All-Star game or what?
I don't know about Deontay, but I mean, he was in the All-Star game 2 years ago, I think. But
yeah.
I would love it. But for my next person, I got, starting out the reserves, I got Donovan Mitchell off the bench.
All right, we're on the same page. Next, I bet we're on the same page. Orlando Magic. Paolo Banchero is next on my list.
I'm a little more lower because I got the other guys a little higher, but I still love me some Paolo, bro.
He's got to be
homo,
all-star
but I love
this
him.
year, bro.
What's it called? Next on mine, I got Jaylen Brown.
Okay.
You didn't have him on your list, did you?
I got him on my list. I didn't really want to put him on my list, but I feel like you got to put two. If I put two Timberwolves, then I got to put two Celtics, you know? It's only fair.
Fair enough. Celtics did whoop their ass that one game.
Yeah, you got to show respect. My next player, you know, the best playoff player ever, Jimmy Butler. Jimmy You don't got Jimmy Buckets on yours?
No.
Why?
Isn't he injured?
He'll be back by the All-Star game, though, February.
I don't think he deserves to play, though.
Why? He's been good when
He's been out like a month.
But Miami's good, bro, and he's been good when they play. You would take Bam over him?
Yeah, because he's been playing.
I don't know.
I'm going with the guys who've been giving me highlights right now. I ain't trying to like see him come back and he'd be like, nah, I'm just going to relax, have my fun, watch my favorite players play real quick. I need to see somebody get out there and give me a bucket, bro.
Jimmy always does that shit at the All-Star game. He just be chilling.
Then give it to somebody else. For example, my next guy, Tyrese Maxey. I need this. I want to see Tyrese Maxey go crazy in the All-Star game, bro. I think he can make it this year.
He'll be fun too.
I'm gonna need him to go crazy, bro.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna take Jaylen Brown off my list, and I'll tell you my next guy.
Okay.
Our guy, our pod, Scotty Barnes, make the All-Star game, bro. He's been good this year. He's been good this year, bro.
29-5, getting in there. Okay.
Come on, he's been better than Jaylen Brown. I'll take him over him. So I'll put Scotty on mine. With my next, I guess, not pick. It's not a draft. I'm just used to us drafting. But yeah, I'm gonna take Jaylen Brown off mine. I'm gonna put Scotty in mine.
All right.
But yeah, when you said Tyrese, I thought of that Tyrese and Scotty Barnes video last year where Scotty's like, I'm gonna hug you. He's like, please don't hug me. I'm gonna hug you.
Goodness, bro. I love Scotty Barnes. He's good. I want to get a Toronto's Raptors jersey so bad, like just for him. Mm-hmm. That first season he came in and we were doing stinking sleeper. Everybody was like, "Why'd you take Scotty?" And I was like, "Bro, he's good.
Yeah, he's good, dude.
He's
can't
doing me right.
Over him,
he's doing me right, bro.
Under him.
For my next person, I got Jalen Brunson.
I got Jalen Brunson next too.
Hey, interesting. You remember at the start of the season, you were talking about Dame?
Yeah, you were right. So I had to put him over Dame, bro. Like,
ooh.
You know, we talked about it, and I'm not going to sit here and act like I don't know ball, you know? Like, he's got to be an all-star this year. Simple.
So you want to say Philly Phil knows some ball?
Philly knows ball. Come on, man. You wouldn't be on this podcast if you didn't.
I was talking good about Jalen Brunson, but I had to put him up here, bro. He definitely make it fun. His scoring, his mid-range got so much better, bro. Like, he shoots on contact a lot.
And let me tell you something, Phil. The Knicks could win the championship this year.
Hey, it's possible. When they picked up OG,
good, bro. After that OG trade, bro, they look fucking good, bro. They're real contenders, bro.
When I first
especially
heard those
this
rumors,
year.
Oh, my bad.
No, sorry, but especially this year, like, where there's no front runner, like, they could beat the Celtics, or they could beat the Sixers, or they could beat the Bucks, you know, like in a playoff series. Mm-hmm. So you got to put some respect on them, man. And they had an upset. Who did they beat last year? They beat Cleveland last year to make it to the second round. So, I mean, you got to.
That was sad.
They've been there.
But one interesting thing, if they trade Julius Randle for a good player,
I don't think they'll do that.
They said yesterday they're trying to trade Julius Randle.
What?
They're trying to trade Julius Randle.
Dude, I don't know.
I
can't see it.
I honestly think that they could get Lauri Markkanen for Julius Randle. And I think it would work.
I don't know. I just think, like, how many picks are they throwing in? Because they got to throw in some firsts.
I mean, they don't really need those picks anymore.
I guess.
They got, like, a couple from the Raptors, I think. So I think they should be fine to throw in those picks.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of like a nothing trade. But if they throw in, like, a bunch of picks or maybe, like, one of these young guys to, like, entice them a little more, then I could see them doing that for sure. And that'd be cool, bro. That would be cool. But I feel like also that kind of changes their DNA a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, so it could be a little different. But, yeah.
Now, that DNA is Mr. Brunson. I'm just saying.
No, it is for sure. But, I mean, like, Randall's definitely the locker room leader there still. So, you gotta put some respect on it. But Randall wasn't an all-star on my list. Just want to throw that out there.
Oh, me neither.
Oh, who's your next guy, Phil?
All right, for me.
Is this your last one or second to last?
I think it's second to last.
What?
Second to last. My bad. I had a problem saying that. Next person. Didn't want to be here, but he is here. He's been balling. I got Kristaps Porzingis.
Okay, he's on my snub list. I wanted to put him bad, bro.
I got him on it. What was that?
You got 3 Celtics as a Laker fan, dog?
Yeah. It's painful, but they have been balling, and I think they would. Like, there's no other Laker I want to put in the All-Star game, and I don't think any of them. Like, Austin Reeves maybe, but I don't think it's ever going to happen.
Yeah.
It would be fun to see him, though, but it's not going to happen.
Nah.
So I'm just being realistic.
But they're paying him like an all-star.
Yeah. But I'm just being realistic. Porzingis, he's doing his thing. I think he'll make it.
Philly Phil knows ball, man. I wanted to put him on my list, but, you know, I had to put, I guess Jimmy, Scotty, and Paolo are the ones that take his spot.
Mm-hmm.
In my last spot, man, I'm with you. Tyrese Maxey. Please
make
the All-Star game, man. Tyrese Maxey and Scotty could be hugging on the bench the whole time. You know, it'd be a good it would be fun.
Oh, my goodness. All right. Well, for my last pick, I got our boy, Paolo Banchero.
Okay. we gotta respect him, man. We're a Paolo pod.
I really want to see him make the All-Star team this year. I really want to see him make it.
He's a lock, bro. I would bet on it. He's a lock.
Bro, but I was saying all year last year, like even the year before, I said Orlando is one player away from making the playoffs. They got that dude in Paolo.
Yeah.
He's still getting wins even with Franz Wagner, like, hurt right now. So that's got to amount to something, bro.
Yeah.
That's got to be something.
And he's dragging them, too, bro. It's like 40-point game, 29-10, like shit like that, bro. So he's killing. Let's go into snubs. My 3 snubs. I got Damian Lillard, not on my list. Kristaps Porzingis, not on my list. And the last one that I think needs a little more love this year, you know, he got hurt. He came back and he still balled out. LaMelo Ball, I think, could make a late case to become this All-Star. Maybe take Tyrese Maxey's spot in that game. But LaMelo Ball, when he plays this year, bro, is like arguably top 20. Like, he's been cold. So, shout out him. Scary Terry. Nah, shout out LaMelo, though.
Oh, man, Scary Terry. I like that dude, too. He's tough. But for my snubs, I got LaMelo Ball.
Hell yeah.
Mikal Bridges.
Hell yeah.
And DeMar DeRozan.
Okay. Mikal, to me, bro, this year has not been, like, a difference maker.
Well, I mean, because he's playing with the Nets, and their whole plan fell out. Like, Ben Simmons having whatever injuries with him, his nerves being, like, him being Ben Simmons messed him up. And then you had Nick Claxton out for, like, 4 weeks. I think the whole team just, like, fell off.
But Mikal just plays more like a role player to me. You know, like if they had like KD, Kyrie, Harden, someone there, then Mikal's like the next pick. You know, that's the dude you want on your team. But he just isn't number one to me. You know, he's not a number one guy. I can't see it. And this is the point where you kind of prove you are. And he hasn't really proven that this year, you know.
I'll still take you on the Lakers, though.
Oh, yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. Contending teams, OKC, make a trade for Mikal, bro. Or if Brooklyn finds a way to become like Cam Thomas, starts averaging 35 or something, Mikal's the dude you want to keep on your team. But he's just not the number one option either.
You know what sucks also? Brooklyn said that they're going to be building around him.
It's weak, bro. That shit's weak.
I didn't think they would. I thought that they would try to figure. I was hoping for Ben Simmons to be healthy just for that reason, so that McCall could just go somewhere else. But sucks to suck.
Sucks to suck, man. Thank you guys. We finished up our list. We talked some news. Listening another episode of the You Know
Bo
NBA Pod. Philly Phil, anything you want to say?
Like, subscribe, follow to our TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube accounts, y'all. And come on, man. It's getting heated up in the NBA season. So you want to subscribe and hear this news, man. Come on.
Hell
Anthony,
yeah.
do they want to hear this news?
You know what you want. You know what it is.
YKB, guys. Come on now.
Keep killing. Peace.
Take it easy.